Good evening, Sean.
Evening, Dave.
How's it going?
Good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm not too bad. It is raining quite heavily here. I don't know about where you are.
Yeah, it is here. It's pretty miserable.
Is that a very British thing to do, to start a stream with discussion of the weather?
Probably. I mean, this is the thing about living on an island, right? Is that the weather is so changeable that we talk about it a lot.
We do talk about it. It's kind of a cornerstone of our culture.
Yeah.
I'm quite glad that it's raining for my garden's sake, as I imagine you are.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty wet anyway.
Yeah.
But holy poop! This
Yes.
menu screen looks good.
It does look good. Sorry, yes, all my kind of boring weather talk for the start of the stream. Yes, this is Griftlands, a game I'd had on my radar for a little while because a few streamers that I occasionally watch have played a bit of this, and I haven't actually watched those streams, so I'm coming in pretty new to this game. But then it's also a game that you sent me a WhatsApp message saying, have you seen this game?
Yes.
So I had.
Like, really, when we first started, I feel like it entered early access and Epic first, about the time we started thinking about story for making a home.
Right.
Which is why I was so like, oh god, this is like, what it does is really interesting from a narrative point of view.
Sure. So this is Griftlands, kind of a rogue light. We can all have another enjoyable conversation of exactly what that is later. But we're card-based game with a narrative story kicking around in there as well. I will admit I'd planned to play a little bit of the game before the stream today, so I didn't look like a complete usual Dave play. And I just got too into Pillbug work for other things and lost track of the time and have not played any. So apologies for that. I played plenty of card games. I feel like I should be on fairly safe ground with this. But I don't know what's coming up and what's going to be coming at us. I have looked at a little bit of the options, and I know like starting a stream with the options is like, you know, some people's idea of heaven and some people's idea of hell. But I did just want to point out, now, where is it? So there's a few. Yeah. So streaming mode. Okay. You know, maybe more games are doing this these days.
Cool.
So like you can change it so that it says it's safe for an overlay. So I've gone with left side.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool, right? Like I like that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, fair play. That's a very cool little touch.
Yeah.
There are other things and, you know, various graphical accessibility options like the colorblind settings and things like that. So that's all great to see as ever. Okay. So I will jump in. So we only have one character unlocked so far, and then
I really like the shader. Like it's kind of got this paper look to it, right? This kind of like on her stuff.
Yeah, it's yes, it's a kind of, I suppose, comic book style. Of art, which is both animated but also kind of, I guess it's kind of flat looking, like deliberately flat looking for despite it trying to represent 3D objects.
There's like texture where it's filled in. There's kind of texture.
Yes, it does look lovely. The whole game looks beautiful. Definitely. So you start with 2 decks unlocked. One is your negotiation deck, and the other is the battle deck. I'm assuming, as with most card games, these are pretty basic. They do level up from what I can see, so you gain like upgrades to even your base decks. And I'm assuming as with all deck card games, you'll get other cards to do exciting things as well. They're quite keen. So this is from the studio Clay, and I did check out how to pronounce it because it's spelled differently. And you played some of their other games, like Oxygen Not Included, before.
Yes,
right?
they've made like lots of weird kind of very different genres in a lot of ways. Their games tend to be different genres, which is like the thing they tell you not to do, right?
Yeah, that's fascinating. Like that's, you know, whether or not yes. I don't know if it's still that kind of really important brand model to make to be known for making certain types of games.
Yeah.
Given the the sheer volume of indie games that are out there these days. But it's certainly it's nice to see other studios doing that because we're certainly guilty of that, of making games in very different genres. So are you clocking the restream chat, Sean?
Yes.
Cool. All right, great.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends. Now you're back home. For the first time in
So there is a nice, like, everything has got animation in, like every menu. Even though, to be honest, this loading menu's a bit like motion sickness inducing for me.
The law enforcement
I'll be honest.
And the people
You get a lot of
treated like
motion
shadows,
sickness, don't you?
indebted to
Yeah,
merciless
Ah.
I get simulation sickness. Like, I struggle with VR
the ruthless debt
because of
broker
that.
who sold you to the
But,
derricks in the
yeah.
first place. But now, Casio's
Yeah.
group has
But that's an accessibility
and
thing
there's a
too, right?
bounty on her
Yeah, I
head
guess so.
too
And you might be able to turn it off in the menu.
You'll die before you go
Maybe.
into debt again. And so will she, if you have your say.
Bit of a load here, right?
Your first stop
Are you
is
not
a
getting a
guy called the
cutscene?
Grogan Dog,
Oh, not yet.
where
No.
your friend will help
You must
Oh,
be
is this
like
a cutscene?
Yeah, like are you not like
I thought this was a loading screen.
No, like we get story. Oh, you're not getting sorry, because Sean doesn't get the sound from the game because we talk through Discord. So yeah, you were talking all over the storyline there.
Oh my bad.
I was like, oh, Sean's just happy to chat over the story. But yeah, there was a voice acting bit there. Everything there was being spoken. But people could read it as well. So
I love this guy on the right.
There's
Yeah.
like the kind of slightly cyborg hammerhead shark look.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. At first sniff, the Grogan Dog smells like stale hops and dried blood. Okay, so Grogan Dog, a homey but modest bar owned by Fsh. Okay, and then I've got kind of some
Did you
UI
check how
stuff.
to pronounce that as well?
What? Fsh?
Yeah.
Or Grogan Dog. I didn't check, but okay, well, look what the tide dredged up. Fsh. By the holy brine, I'd tear up if I weren't dead inside. Okay. So there's Fsh. Big bartender. Okay. And I guess I just click. I keep clicking. Damn good to see you looking well. You have a plan to get on your feet? I do. That bounty on Casio. And again, you can kind of like mouse over this. How do we... Forget it. You might have grown up strong, but you ain't that strong. But that's not going to stop you from trying, is it? If you want a chance at surviving this, you better make yourself some friends fast. I can help you with that. Knew I could count on you. You can't count on. She hauls out a flimsy old box sodden with some stain or another and invites you to look inside. Have a look in the lost and found. Something's bound to be in your size. So I can either ask about something or get work. So let's cut straight to the chase. I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Herbler, Aloe, and Lily. They're easy people to find. Tell them I sent you, and they can settle their tabs by giving you work. Get that done, and I'll get you a plate of popped Oshnu eyes.
Can you mouse over Oshnu, please?
Yep. A domesticated giant snail used for food, transport, and entertainment. That's a versatile snail. Yeah, right there.
Is that like snail
racing? I would maybe guess, unless they're really good dancers.
Hey, why on
Musicians.
earth don't we have a snail race in Making a Home?
Because they're quite slow.
But like, that's the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be the final encounter.
The whole game is about trying to get quicker, I guess. No, it could be a fun objective. Try and go slowly. I don't know if that'd be that fun.
No. When I think of fun, I think go as slow as possible. Like it. That's the kind of thing that, like your parents tell you, let's have like a slow race when they want you to shut up for 20 minutes.
Sounds like the voice of experience.
Yep.
Right, bless your woody hide. Shh, I'll hold you to that. Leave. So I'm hoping I didn't just skip the tutorial there, but I don't think I did. And now we're on this rather stunning map scene.
Awesome, like looking.
Yeah, it really is lovely.
It really is. Like. So is this all one? Is this all one image? And then they've put some animations on top. Like I always wonder how they do this stuff.
Okay.
Like how they actually construct this kind of technically. Anyway, so you've got a choice of a few there.
Yeah, I mean it's a very complicated animation, but only in the sense that there's a lot going on. I mean, well, there's a lot of very simple things happening by the looks of this animation, and that all adds up to a very dynamic image. But I don't, like a lot of it isn't that. I don't know. Isn't it from like thinking about it from what we animate and stuff like that? Like I guess these sparkle effects would be one of the more complicated things. The actual map image itself would be quite straightforward to animate. A lot of work, don't get me wrong, a huge amount of work.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, do they just slap, like, because we've got a map screen, right? So did they, like, is that image slapped down and then... I'm just wondering how many things on there are, like, separate game objects. Fair. I don't know, like, maybe I'm thinking two in the woods, but, like... Anyway, okay, if you...
So how much of them are UI elements, like these things you're mousing over? Yeah, I mean, so they're like our available quests, gives a difficulty rating, like a battle versus, guessing, negotiation help up here at the top. Pick a card to help on the quest. Okay, doors up. Get money. So yeah, let's upgrade some cards. So let's go for here first. Enter Lily's room. Okay, so I can open a map, or I can... Lily. Word is, Lily would sell his own grandmother if he thought he could buy her back at half price next week. So Sean, you don't hear this because
is there actually a voice actor?
Well, it's not. It's kind of got that interesting like blabber noise.
Simlish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's not as much as Celeste had.
Yeah.
But it's like along those lines. I don't know you. What do you want? So when I have an option down here at the bottom, I don't click in the middle like I normally do. So I have this option to click here. I'm looking for a thief. Great. One stolen. Apparently we don't mind stealing things.
Do we not?
Oh, no. He says he's looking for someone who has stolen from him. All right, of course. Because we are a bounty hunter, I think, is what the opening stuff said.
That's what in the thing I thought was a loading screen.
Yes, yeah.
To mention that.
Some very valuable goods that were part of a highly complex three-way speculative deal went missing from my warehouse. I can salvage the deal if I get them back soon, but I don't know exactly who took them. I'll give you a cut if you can locate them. Okay. So he's trying to track them. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, rewards. Pick a card to help on the quest. We get some money, which is always good, right? And then we upgrade. Okay. Cool. So, I can decline to take a card and get 10 shills. Okay, so that's, fairly, might be good. But I think early on,
it's interesting. It tells you, like, this sometimes might be the best option.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like if you played any deck builders, you understand that there's a point where having more cards is not good. You actually want something a bit more refined. What does it expend? Remove the card for the rest of the battle. So, guard hand, draw 5 cards. Action cost. This is damage. Spend 2 combo points are accumulated as they spend. Okay, so don't know if we have any finishes yet. So I'm actually going to take Stomp.
Yeah. Is the 3-6 the damage?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it costs 0, so anything that costs 0 in card games is ridiculous, so worth bearing in mind. Some ruffians that I hired to run security are most likely culprits. Teak and Precht. So there's some 3 thugs, I think their names were. Start by asking them some questions. I'm sure one of them will know something. Okay, so we can just neutral. Okay.
So presumably it's just it. Do you go to the map? Is it so you go to the map?
Yeah, looks like it. Okay, yeah, so now it's updated with these 2 asset locations. Go to the closest one first. Oh, I believe we have an encounter on the map.
Oh, a random encounter?
Yes. Well, maybe. I don't know. Could be scripted. A mysterious figure approaches you. Greetings, Grifter. Okay, that's a name for factions, settlers, explorers, or opportunists who hail from the Havarian Griftlands. You look like you could use an edge. I've got 2 already, friend. Don't under... Oh. You're referring to your blades, while I'm referring to specially imported battle goods from Rolok.
Where's Rolok?
It's a remote archipelago and biomass where cures and diseases are spawned alike.
Biomass?
Are you interested? So we can buy a serrated dirk, which is a battle card unique item.
Oh, cool.
So wounds, and add. Okay, so adds a card to your hand as well, and then it's gone. Okay. So it costs 20 shields. I only have 75. Are we buying a serrated dirk?
I think we're buying a serrated dirk, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I could have probably maybe asked about the price. But,
yeah, I wonder if you could have negotiated the price.
Maybe, yeah. But, you know, cards are good. Cards seem good right now. Okay, so I've got a guy here who's a guard, and a guy here who's the guy we're looking for, and then someone here who is another proprietor. So I'm just going to...
So is that like an effect? Is patron here? So those look almost like...
Status kind of effects.
Yeah.
The scars on her hands suggest practice no stranger to a stacked fight. Another day in feud, okay, so now we get options to beat it out of her or negotiate.
So it looks like negotiate might be the best way for you to do this, right? Because it's 20 versus
don't know what that, and then and she's 2-star versus whatever. But I've just bought 2 battle cards, and my negotiation deck is vanilla, so I'm going to beat it out of her because of that. I have a proposition for you. I'm listening. You're going to tell me what I want to know, or you're going to die. Fairly straight up. Okay.
Interesting that you went straight for the thinking mechanics there, rather than the situation.
Yeah. Brutal card gamer, right? Like, just, you know. I guess, like, because it's early on, having said that, I was about to say, because it's early on, like, it doesn't really matter. But they have suggested that every decision matters in this game. That's something they feel like they push a lot in Clay's kind of description of the game. So maybe the very first time you choose to negotiate or battle makes a big difference. I don't know. But I think I was led by the fact that we took 2 cards that felt fighty.
Yeah.
Okay, you're about to fight a battle for the first time. Would you like to see a quick tutorial? You can review it anytime from the pause menu. Would we like to see a quick tutorial, Sean? I'll let you decide that.
But you're a card game person, surely.
I am a card shark. Yeah. If I get it wrong, it will be because of the whole, you know, different game type thing.
Yeah.
But let's try and work this out. So we got actions available 3 at the end of your turn. They replenish, so that's like mana, whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll panic after receiving 27 damage. That's a panic effect. Okay. Condition at the end of Prex turn, she heals 2. Okay. Gains 3 power when below 25 health, so she gets better as you start beating the ground. That effects will apply to. Okay.
By thug. Okay.
Right, let's look at what we've got. So we got stab, which is 2 to 5 damage for 1 action. Elbow strike, which is 3. Stomp, which is the combo points of bought. Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, this is just telegraphing what she's going to do on her turn.
Right.
Just give me a status effect, so I don't have to do things like apply defense. Is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Fight dirty. Improvise a card from a pool of special cards. So choose one of 3 cards to put into your hand. Okay, so you draw in turn, passes the turn, redraws your hand. Okay, so it is like any deck builder. You will discard what you don't use. So, okay. What I'm not sure, and we're going to find out, is whether or not just using these abilities generates a combo point. So we're going to start by doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is just like Slay the Spire in the sense that I can use this big arrow to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like I've generated any combo points. Okay, so in that sense, I could just I might just wail on her because she's just doing some status effects, and I don't know how good this is going to be, but I'd rather just do damage in the early.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I just have my turn because I got no more actions. So she revved up, so I will receive 2 damage. Okay, so I'm about to receive a bunch of damage.
So now, but you can apply 4 defense there.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I also get to do.
Yeah.
It's nice. Probably better than my base elbow strikes. So we're going to do that.
So is that the idea that that's like a combo? You hit with a sword, and now you can, if you want to, get her with the butt of the sword.
Yeah, or yes. So I've added a bleed.
Yeah.
Gonna help with that, and then we're gonna pop some defense. This seems to have got pretty nasty. I'm not
What
quite
do you mean?
So they started at 2 and now it's 5.
Oh, because she's got that thing of
her power goes
damage.
up. Yeah. Okay, good call. So we're gonna take some damage here. The end of the turn. Oh, okay, so they're bad. They go into my deck. They're like weaknesses in other similar games. So she's on 18. Please insert hammer grip or saber grip into your hand. Okay.
Oh, then 2 you get their free cards.
Yes, and 1 generates 2. Gain 2 combo points. Benefit. And we can't kill her. Maximum damage we can do, but she bleeds. Attacks inflict 2 bonus damage on this target. Okay. Okay, so we might be able to just kill this start of their turn. Depending on how well this rolls. That'd be 5 from both of these, 10, actually 17, and then a bleed. Damage. This doesn't do any damage. The hammer grip does. Good as an elbow strike and gives us combos. Although that applies to bleed. But probably not a huge amount in it.
Yeah, because will she last?
No. Yeah, go on.
Those...
Yeah, but it's 2 bleed, so it goes up to 3. Then she takes 3 damage. So this does more damage overall because we don't have any combo points.
Bleed only when those cards come up in her hand.
No, I think we get bleed cards. They get at the beginning of their turn take bleed damage equal to the count of bleed.
Yeah.
So I think because we don't have any combo points, and I think this is technically the most damage. We'll take the stab for the high roll. And we got the high roll. That's nice. I now weirdly.
You can execute.
Or you can accept. Okay, so that's a nice touch for a decision-making point, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you do it, Sean.
I think accept the surrender. I don't think we have any reason to kill this person, do we?
Not really. No. I mean, I just
what
wanted
are we even doing? We're just getting.
We're just beating some information out of her.
Yeah, well, we can't get the information if.
Quite right, Sean. Quite right. Yeah. Okay, so we get an opportunity to add to our deck. I'm just going to continue. They're all battle cards, and I can continue to do this briefly, but there will be a point where I'm like, no dice. I don't want any more. This costs 4, and at the moment we don't have any way. Okay. Whenever you improvise while this is in your hand, reduce cost by 1.
You did have an improvise, but
yes.
Yeah. That first one gains you combo, and you don't seem to have many cards. You didn't have a card class that gained combo, so
no,
only one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've already got a stomp, so like deal 3 most different gain 2 combo. Yeah, so I think we're building a combo deck. Okay, it wasn't me, I swear. Tick did it and threatened to kill me if I talked. Please let me go. You're pretty sure she's telling you the truth. And we're trusting. Okay. All right. And then
so can you interact with other people here?
Yeah, let's have a look. It's unclear whether Leisha's easygoing attitude is a result of her temperament or the fumes radiating off her wares. Didn't think my day would involve a grifter dealing. That's remember.
So you can buy
cards. Okay, right. So more battle cards. I haven't had a single option for negotiation. They're all too expensive, but interesting. There's healing. Well, actually, they're all healing. Gain 1 power, replenish.
Destroy after 1 use.
Okay, yeah. These are all, permanent removed. Okay. So yeah.
So, Dave, your health is 54. It's like
yes.
Yeah.
So this is where I think the roguelite element comes in.
Yeah.
But those are obviously healing options, giving you that opportunity to do that. So these we're talking about what these kind of status rings above them. So this is person's neutral. This Prect is now disliking me because I attacked her.
Yeah.
But she's intimidated, so will not join in a battle against me. Okay, and then the smuggler has a reputation for negotiating steep fees for a service, perhaps the origin of the Havarian phrase coughing up the cash. Cough nods an acknowledgement to your presence. Well, it's a start. Okay. So I could try and convince him to eject the patron, but I've already kind of come in and beaten her up, so.
Yeah. Too late.
So yeah, it says Koff will only do that for his friends, which is interesting. We are friends. Neutral. Okay, well, we don't need to do it anyway, so.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Teek's camp.
I wonder if you come back to those places again, or whether.
I think interesting. Yeah, it's a good question. You approach the meager bandit camp. Teek doesn't look too concerned as you approach. When push comes to shove, Teek pushes and shoves, and punches and maybe fights. Day to you. Right. So we've got another option to fight or negotiate. What do you think, Sean?
Well, your health is a bit low. It's not low, but you've lost health.
So maybe. Do we want to see the negotiation?
I think also it'd be interesting to see that.
Okay. You were working security for Lily when the goods got stolen. I'm no detective, but that seems mighty suspicious. I don't know what you mean. Okay. Negotiation tutorial. You're about to negotiate for the first time. Would you like to see a quick tutorial? The hard no again, Sean?
I think so. We did fine last time.
Yeah. Okay. So that's their intent again. Will cause 3 resolve damage to you and 1 to one of your arguments. Okay, interesting. Okay. Composure protects. Okay, so like they've turned.
Yeah.
Core arguments. Gain 1 composure at the start of your turn. So 1 to 3 strength. Strength will reduce your opponent's resolve. Okay, so that's their defense. Damage to it. Improvise a card from a pool of special cards. Apply 3 composure. Okay, yeah. And fine. Right. Do you want to see what's in there, or do you want to...
In the quick thinking?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Like...
Gives us the... Okay, so gruff. Instead of this effect is added to your opponent's arguments. Okay, flustered reduces damage by 3 to remove 1 stack in. Yes, I see a nice Inception nod there. Spend. Okay. So that gives us 0 to 4 strength for free. And it's gone. Oh, they're all expended, sorry. Draw 2 cards. Alright, I don't really need to draw 2 cards because I don't think my deck's any better than what this hand's doing right at the moment. So basically, I can reduce damage by 33% for next turn, or I can do some damage. I'm going to do some damage, right? Like, we're at 30 plus 1, and she's only doing 4, and I've got, like, this. So, let's see.
So, do you... Is there 2... Oh, okay, so you fight... Can you... So, you can only attack that argument?
Yes. And I think there's probably going to be multiple arguments at various points.
Yeah.
Okay, so I roll a 3. That's... I'll go ahead and add 3 composure. Okay, I'm inside here. Yeah, I should be. Okay. Okay, so we didn't lose any resolve.
No.
Okay, so we can threaten, insert inspiration or attitude into your hand, gain 2 influence, gain 1.
So there's red and green. So is it like these are kind of positive and negative?
Yeah,
like
I think
aggressive
so.
Or
buffs or debuffs. Influence, all diplomacy cards deal maximum damage. Okay. And it's an argument with 2 resolve. Dominance, hostility cards deal those. What's the hostility? I'm assuming this is okay. That's a basic hostility. Manipulate. So
the red ones are hostility, right?
Yeah,
and the green ones are. What are the green ones? Do they have a net? Well, you haven't got
diplomacy, I think. I'm guessing.
Right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, red. So red and green are the.
Okay. Well, this seems to me like a dominance kind of hand because I've got 2 threatens.
Yeah.
So let's pop this. Gain 1. I'm assuming. Wow, it's weird that I can target both of us, and I'm not. Oh no, because it's got 2 damage, so it's definitely right to do that. Okay, yeah, it was weird because it was applying something to me, and then I forgot to deal that damage.
So could. Oh right, okay. So.
That was. So rolled.
So you've got that other thing. What's that? You've got another argument, or like?
No, it's just stacking my buffs over here. I don't think someone can attack this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a bit of resolve damage here, but I did quite a lot on my turn thanks to that buff. Okay, when a hostility card is played, increase stacks by 1, add that damage. So she's got like a buff for her here, and
that escalation. I like the kind of the mod, like the metaphor that's going on here.
Right, so we've got quite a few hostility cards, so we can try and do this without hostility cards if we roll well enough. But I think so. We'll just do this. See what. So okay, so I have a 1 in 4 chance of not finishing this argument. So I'm going to take that and hope that she doesn't hit me. Hit me. Hey, there we go. Okay. So pick negotiation cards, which is nice because we don't have any of those yet. Okay, Evil Eye, so that's a hostility card. The damage of the next card played this turn is doubled. Okay. Good if you've got more action points at the time. Double composure on all arguments. Okay, so that's a good defensive card. So it's kind of like this, but for defense. Although that adds to all arguments rather than just the next one. Apply 2 composure to a random argument, increase by 1. Play. Yeah, again, good if you've got lots of action points. All right. Well, seeing as we're talking about kind of being a bit more like trying to have some stamina and not kind of end the run too quickly, I took the more defensive option. See how that goes.
But do you like? But if you lose all your composure, do you die? Is that like?
I don't know. I kind of assume so because there's ways of getting it back. I'm assuming it's, it's resolve. Okay. Oh no. So it just says you won't be able to negotiate. Yeah,
so you lose that as an option. Like, presumably your that 27 then, you start your next argument at that 27.
Yes. When you sleep at night, you can consume certain beverages, and when you win fights. Okay, so you get result from winning fights, and health back from food and sleep.
So that's kind of an interesting, like, there's a link there between those two things. Right?
I mean, we all know sleep is good. That's just a baseline idea. So Teak glances around furtively. Shh, keep your voice down. Teak places on a fake smile that's not very convincing. I took the goods, yeah. But they're worthless. Bunch of weird stuff from Rolock. Nobody would buy any of it.
Sorry? Who's Rolock?
Oh, it's a place, you know, where they cure cures and diseases are spawned alike.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I buried the lot out in the woods. Tick marks a point on your map. I just want to walk away from this one, right? Okay.
Funny Tick has got a smile on their face like the whole time.
Okay, so like Tick doesn't hate us now in the same way the other person did that we roughed up. So, you know, fair play.
Yeah, you just had an argument. That's...
Yeah. Okay, so we got the buried goods on the map here. We can go back to the Grog and Dog, but I mean we're on the hunt now, aren't we? So
yeah, but well, you can get healing items. So
yeah,
that could be something you do.
Oh, I mean, maybe the Grog and Dog you sleep would be your classic inn stuff. The clearing is deserted. You look around a bit and find evidence of digging. Brushing aside the top layers of dirt, you find the top of a wooden shipping crate with Lily's marks stamped on it. Pay dirt! I see what they did there. You are interrupted by Teak. Find what you're looking for. You try to think of a witty reply, and I have to fight her. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, wow. Okay, so it says isolated. You are in an isolated location. You can get away with murder here.
Wow.
Yowzers. Okay. Yes, actually. You should have kept your nose out of my business. Now I'm going to kill you and bury you too. Okay, so what have we learned?
Kill the person.
Exactly, Sean. You know, all this talky business.
Oh yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Just never pays off.
Yeah.
Okay, so this person's got
well, if you like, we only know where it is because we talked.
True. Well, yeah. Okay.
Well, we don't know
well, I'm pretty confident that whatever you do, as long as you win, you get to this place.
Why? I wouldn't be 100% confident that's the case.
Okay. All right. Well, next
maybe,
run, because
yeah.
they keep saying it's a roguelite, so I'm assuming I'm going to die at some point soon.
Yeah.
Then we'll try it a different way. So this is a condition. The first time Tick takes damage each turn, they gain 2 defense. Okay. And then gains 3 power when below 22 health. So I guess if you are min-maxing, you need to be really careful about, I guess, this kind of ability encourages you to chip away first and then burst them down from 22, which seems a bit much for my deck at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've got
your combo thing.
I do. I'm definitely going to generate some combo points. But yeah, we're going to take 6. I could defend them all.
Well, you do your combo, you can get that 3 to 6 for free, right?
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I suppose the fact that it's perma health does make that decision a little bit tougher, right?
It does, yeah. Well, this is the decision now, right? Right. So obviously, I'm going to add some defense.
Yeah.
Now I have the real decision. Do I apply some defense and kind of? It's not wasting 2, but you know what I mean, because I'll be going to 8 defense and I'm only getting 6 damage coming in, or I deal 3 damage here.
Is that 3 damage really going to help? Yeah.
That's the thing. So, how taking a little bit of damage early on might be better in the long run, because it pushes her, and she's going to gain 2. Okay, first time they take damage each turn, so we've already done that. But that encourages you to deal damage like a lot in a turn rather than just chipping away, because they're going to. So I'm going to use that as like my deciding factor. So we took down 2 damage that turn. Okay, so they're only applying status effects, so that's good, especially since we're going to put them below 22 health this turn.
Yeah. So you've got your cool serrated knife.
Yeah.
And also that. Yeah, that's a cool. That's a cool.
We've got cool cards going on, haven't we?
Yeah.
So obviously, it makes sense to play the cool things. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna apply the 3 bleeds, and I think we're gonna stack a bunch of bleeds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably yeah.
Because that is a good way of getting around the defense as well. She will panic this turn apparently, so we'll see what this mechanic does.
Yeah.
Okay, they give up now.
Ooh.
Now, Sean. How forgiving are we? Feels like we've been double crossed here. Like sent out here to die.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Like maybe no one's gonna know. We're in the woods.
What do you think, Sean?
What would House do?
Yes, I was waiting for Sean's moral compass to show up.
I feel like do it.
do it.
The sneaky, everyone, this is the character we're playing is like, we only kill. Yeah, we've got some do-its from YouTube.
Okay, yeah, they're a bloodthirsty lot.
Yeah, we only kill when it's hidden, and then we act like we never do it in public.
Wow. Okay.
Like presumably how people.
I mean, which is the
I
way
don't
what? Like, yeah, what, sure. I mean, I'll rescue you from that. This person was trying to get us out here to kill us.
Yeah.
And she literally told us that. So as far as I'm concerned, it was them or us.
Yeah.
Okay. So we get the money, so I can just go ahead and click that. We've restored 1 resolve from winning the battle. That's good. We have a new battle card. It's a unique item, a makeshift dagger. That just gets added to my deck. Oh, I could leave it, and then I choose 1 or 3 battle cards.
Yeah.
We're not quite at the point where I'm a little like I don't want to add any more battle cards.
When do you tend to do that in games like this? Like, I would be not thinking about doing that for a long time.
I mean, it depends. It depends. Already I've got cards that want me to have combo points, right? And they just get better if I do that. So I'm concerned about putting too many non-combo related cards in that will dilute the number of times I can do that.
It's more like if this choice of 3 didn't have one of those things in it, you'd maybe decline.
Yes, I'd be more inclined. And I mean, obviously, we saw that those 1-use only healing things cost 75 as well. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking maybe I should decline and get some shields to be able to buy some healing. But I mean, this is a lot of damage. Kind of a base, really. Even six damage for 2 action points is better than. Well, it's not better than my base, but it's could be.
That seems a big, and especially if you happen to have 2 combo, then it definitely okay, cool. That's interesting.
And again, if I'm able to, I haven't seen any removing cards yet, but that's something obviously I'll be interested in doing to get rid of cards that don't work on this combo mechanic. If I had more action cards, I love these kind of cards, but action points, but when you've only got 3 to spend, this costs a third of your turn to refill. So I'm going to take sneak attack and be looking. I need more generating combo point cards, if I'm honest, but the crate is too big to carry, so you cover it up again. You should go tell Lily you confirm the location. Interesting. I was not expecting it to be too big to carry.
Yeah.
But we're going to head this.
Do we have any idea what's in it? We don't do it.
It's just heavy.
You just okay.
Okay. Greetings once again. So we don't have a choice about this. Like we can't double cross this person or anything. The goods are buried in the woods. Tick them. Although I could have gone back to the pub to see if that was an option, but I just I'll send my food to dig them up. I have to be more careful about who I hire in the future. Lily likes me. We get paid 60 shills.
Oh, nice.
And we can upgrade a negotiation card or upgrade a battle card.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with the battle card because we have better battle cards. So I'm assuming like that's just good. Upgrading good cards is better. We don't have all our cards here.
But maybe not all of them can be
upgraded. Yeah. Can I right click? Oh, okay, interesting. Crashing cards. 50%. God, okay, I don't want to be doing. I don't want to be making that upgraded.
No, don't upgrade that. What about one of your feints? Like,
I mean, I could. That doesn't seem very exciting, Sean.
I suppose. Yeah, but like, I feel like then you don't have to. You can do more exciting things if you get one of. If you don't need to play more than one defend. I guess I tend to. Oh, there's an option. That's interesting, isn't it?
Okay, so you can take
upgrading one of the. Oh no!
It takes it into a different direction.
Yeah. So I think, am I right in saying you're only upgrading the cards that were in your base deck? Yeah, that's why you've not seen.
No, this is new, and actually combination and sneak attack and stomp are all new.
Okay, right.
So if I upgrade that, like, okay, yeah, it only takes one combo point. Okay, this is nice. Like, this has a lot of options here, a lot of utility. I liked Sal's daggers because this gives me a free way of gaining combo points.
Yeah, and also that one, if you look, that one's already upgraded. So it's already 2 out of that. The 2, it said that it's already at upgrade level 2. So now.
Okay.
That's why.
Yes. Yeah. True. Okay, yeah, good spot. I didn't see that. Upgrade process 2 of 6, where something like this is 0 of 5. Okay. It's kind of the same thing, but I think maybe generating more combo points.
Yeah, that's what you said you needed. So
yeah. Okay.
I love this game. It makes me. There's something about these card games that just I don't play them, but like just the UI, and I just like the UI of cards in computer games has come on so well, right?
Yes, it has.
Like it just feels like that's such a good. I've been playing a lot of Tabletop Simulator, and like it's a different feel of like a weighty, like this is a real card.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of get somewhere along towards that with this, I think.
Yeah.
So are you going to sleep, like, or is it not? You know, what do you need to go and?
I don't think
rest?
so. Like, I mean, I know you're concerned about my health, but I'm feeling okay.
Okay, fine.
I've got jobs to do around here. Oh, this is a limited time opportunity.
Okay.
As is that one.
Oh.
Challenging quest.
Difficulty 2 star.
Mm-hmm. And then.
It's interesting. It gives you the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Like
mm-hmm.
Crackler increases the target's panic meter. Kind of cool.
Yes. I'm kind of interested in these limited time.
Yeah.
Let's go to the desolate battlefield.
Do you think that there's like a bigger chance of you having a random encounter the further you go?
I don't know. I was wondering that. Mm-hmm. But no. You come across signs of a recent battle. If there are any winners, they weren't the type to loot the battlefield. The bodies are still fresh. Best to grab something and run before any beasts are drawn to the bloodshed. Okay. Combat gauze is remove random debuff.
Oh, that's interesting. Like,
what's interesting?
That one is it'll be quick. The other one's like this will take some time, and the other one. So it's a push your luck type thing. I'm guessing.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Summons a rock to fight for you. Okay, we'll bust her out of the mud. Ooh, what's this?
Whenever you break.
Ooh, okay.
But then that one takes the longest, does it?
This will make you vulnerable. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I'm interested in this. I like it. This is an upgrade that I haven't got, so we're doing this.
Okay.
Okay, new graft buster installed. Wrestle with the loot lodged in the mud, even as a mournful howl cuts through the air. It wasn't long before you're joined by the pack. Okay. So yeah, we have a fight, but I'm okay with that.
Doesn't look like a mean guy. That dog. Oh, it's two of them.
Two of them, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's a spitting one and a wild one. Spitting one's got less health.
And presumably he's going to spit at you.
Yeah, probably going to do more damage. Okay, but I think we might be able to. All right, we got some combo things going on here. So let's gain gut shot. I'm going to attack twice. And we're going to stomp this guy. Didn't quite do enough panic, but if we stab him up.
You're taking some damage, I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, from the wild one. Oh, damn it. Yeah, okay. So I should have double checked what's doing more damage. But I can make one panic and defend all but one of this guy's damage, so that's
okay.
So I have a slight chance that this doesn't work. No, we're good. We're good.
I wonder if that random is weighted towards, or is it equal between them? I wonder.
I don't know either. I would assume it's
equal unless it says otherwise.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Okay. So I've got some basic cards. We want to gain combo points, definitely, but we should check what's in our fight dirty. Buy 2 bleed and expand. Gain 1 power.
What's the power?
Attack damage is increased by 1.
Right. Okay.
And draw 2 cards. We don't really need. As much as I love drawing cards, we have plenty to do.
Surely the bleed is the thing to do.
I think so. I think so. I'm with you on that. Guy's got quite a lot of health left. We want to gain the 2 combo. And I'm willing to try and high roll over.
I can't stop staring at. What is there like a little 5th leg hanging off the side, or is that an arm?
Oh, the dog. Sorry,
yeah.
I was too busy killing it.
Hey, we didn't have a long discussion whether or not we killed the dog.
Well, it didn't give me an execute option actually, so it wasn't like.
Were we in the woods? Like we had our rule. We have a code.
We were in the woods, and I don't know if that code applies to beasts that attack us, but.
We should have talked about that when we decided on the code.
Maybe we should. Yeah, not. Yeah.
That's why you sign agreements and contracts, Dave. We don't.
We need to think more about the fine print. Okay, interesting. So yeah, more quite dynamic cards here. Like so, I really good value here in applying 8 defense. Oh my god, I love this replenish mechanic when it's drawn and we get to draw another card. That's wonderful. But you destroy it permanently after 2 uses. So like this, I understand that destroying cards is not great, but that seems like all upside. Like why wouldn't you use this in a deck? It's gonna hang around until you need it.
Yeah, it feels like you've put something in your inventory, right? I think what I like about this game is how well it's using the deck building stuff to make it feel. What am I trying to say? Like the analogy, I guess, metaphor. What you said, like it feels like you're picking these things up and putting them in your satchel, you know, like,
which is but yes, which is some of them that works for as long, but others are like skills, and that's okay. Like you can come be like, I'm a sneaky one, so I've got sneaky.
Yeah, like you've learned something from your, like these are like you've got better in your fight.
Yes,
because you just fought some dogs, so now you've learned how to do a sneak attack. Like,
yes. Now, here's a situation where I'm going to take the money, because these are both cards that spend my combo points, and I'm not swimming in combo points.
Yeah.
Wild Lunge, it's not a bad card, I don't think. I like being able to pick your targets, but it's still quite efficient. For 8 damage is a lot for one action. But I'm just going to get the money because I think our deck's got enough kind of things going on that I don't really feel I need random attacks. So that other one that was a limited time durability is gone now.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, did you notice that graft? I didn't see that graft in. Because I hadn't. Oh, no, I had. Maybe it was floating around the character. We'll have to have a look next time there's a fight.
Did you get the graft? You had to win the encounter.
Yes, that
didn't
makes sense.
So yeah,
until you've beaten off the dogs. So that's battle and negotiation difficulty. I mean, I'm just not that massive into this crackler thing, but I mean, I suppose 6 to 12 damage for 1 mana is.
Well, does it make sense to do like the negotiation focus one because your resolve is almost at full?
True. Yeah, I was thinking I'm not very good at that, but yeah. It does say there's a bonus here of being able to remove a card from your deck. So, yeah, remove a card from your deck. So maybe when you trash a card, you can choose to do that instead of upgrading.
Oh, we're back here.
We are back here, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to buy any heals yet. Let's just have a quick look again.
Well, surely you're buying it, but the thing is, what's interesting is this: you don't get the heal. This goes into your deck, doesn't it? So you can't decide when to use that heal. What if it doesn't come up? Like the luck of the draw means it doesn't come up when you need it. You know.
True. Yeah, it might be better to front load heals. I mean, it replenishes, so it draws immediately afterwards. So it's not like a dead card in your deck, but it is an action point in a fight.
Yeah.
But
just simply like you've got the card has to come up in a battle for you to use it. You can't just use it.
Yes.
Which is interesting, right? You can't...
Yeah, definitely. So this is much better if you're just looking for raw healing, because this will do 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, and so on and so forth. So you'll do a maximum. You do a lot more healing overall than the 10 here. But this is a one shot, and then you can end the fight kind of thing. This you need the fight to go along, and you need to not take more damage from the fight. So I think I think this is good if you've got a much more defensive deck. Whereas I think we're just going to want the one shot kind of heal 10.
I think the one shot makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so we've spent some money, but so far I haven't had anything really to do with the money, so that seems okay. Okay, this guy, opportunity. Yeah, we'll go with this. I'm offering my arm for pay. It slices, it dices. You won't find a better offer, I tell you. Maybe just a firm handshake will do the trick. I've got a client who hired my business partner and I to acquire some goods legally. Enough of the scare quotes, everyone.
It wasn't the person we killed in the woods.
Could be. I'm detecting a lot of euphemisms. Well, my business partner took off with the funds. I hope he just went to get the goods like he was supposed to. But I haven't seen him in days, and the client is breathing blisters onto my neck. That's a nice.
That's okay.
I need you to confront Rito. Find out what the holdup is. Hopefully, it's a quick. So Rito is a Admiralty good. Yeah, calling it now. It's not. Just find Rito, get the goods, then deliver them to our client. I'll pay you extra to make sure this all gets smoothed over. Okay? Okay, so Customer's Department got blah 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 stuff. Sniper, blah 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 But okay, so we get to pick a card to start, which is good because it's a negotiation card. We've already got one. Keep it cool. Lose on influence. All diplomacy cards deal maximum. Okay. Oh, because it's free. I see. That's why it's kind of a negative.
Yeah.
Okay. Level playing field, gain 2 vulnerability. All resolve lost by. Oh, increase by 1. Remove 1 and stuff. Okay. All cards still 2. Okay, so this is kind of like a finisher. Like you don't mind that you're getting damage. I don't really have much here that's I mean, this is fine. Yeah, I think. Right, good luck to you. Probably need it out there. Right. Map.
I like how you can just convince him to, like, kick a patron out.
You want me to do that anyway, just at some point?
Like maybe next. Maybe if like he likes you at the end,
yes.
Maybe it'll be easy to convince him just to kick that guy out.
You come across a lone merchant at a rare site on Havarian roads. Usually they're smart enough to travel with armed security. Hey, stranger. Nice day, isn't it? It's hard to like immediately hate someone who's smiling at you, isn't it? I think that's...
we have no reason to hate this person. Like,
no, true.
We're just doing a job.
This is not even the person we're after, is it? Sorry. We're after Rito. Sorry.
Just really hate everyone.
Just assuming the worst of people. Alan's cloth is rich, and rich clothing has deep pockets. And the roads are deserted except for you and your new friend. Say, you look like someone in need of an edge. I have some goods that might interest you. Okay, we can buy a puppet. Well, we can't. We can rob her, or we can decline the offer.
What?
What?
So what are we trying to do?
What are you trying to?
Was this a random encounter?
Just, I think so. I thought I was clicking on the go to Rito, but maybe we got caught before.
I think that's why I was confused. I think decline. We don't have to rob this person.
No.
Do
we? No.
Do people like? Is anyone around?
This thing that like. Your morality only kicks in if people can see you doing something.
My morality, this character we're playing. Like...
Yeah, no smoke without fire there, Sean. No, it's deserted. Or at least that's what it's suggesting. Which usually means it's not because like someone will...
robbing, like, she can tell someone, right?
Well, yeah. Depends how thorough you do the job, I suppose.
Yeah.
Are we thieves, is what we're asking.
I don't think we're thieves. Are we? I don't think we're a thief.
No, I think we murder under the required situations. And we're okay with violence, but petty thievery.
Yeah. That's not part of the code.
No. Oh, lost. Alan just
she's
around.
That's...
No. Okay. So we're done. Okay, no, so we were stopped before we got there. I wasn't.
Yeah, that makes sense. But kind of interesting that neither of us.
It's just. I mean, you move around the map quite quickly, so.
Yeah. Oh, lots of people.
Wow, this is a full bar, isn't it? Yeah, there's a guard, another patron, so a bunch of patrons, and the guy we're after.
Yeah.
It's lovely look. Okay. I'm just going to go straight for the thing. When you want to pull a wall between yourself and the world, you could do worse than Rito. I will ask you for the money. You, Rito? Koff sent me. Wants to know where his money got to. Hesh. Hesh is a dark... okay, God of the Abyss.
Oh, nice.
Look at... The fact is, I might have dipped into the money to pay off some debts. I had no choice. My debt collector was going to kill me. But now I guess the client's going to kill me and Koff both if we don't deliver, huh? 125 shields. We don't have that kind of money.
No.
Okay. Propose to betray Koff for a share of the money. Or attack him. Set an example. Wow. Other than come back later... I mean, how are you feeling about these options?
So if you do the fight, if you go to attack Rito,
Yeah.
you've got someone else in the bar who's going to get involved.
Donny? Yeah, that individual there.
What about? Could you chat to someone else in the bar and get some help with this?
Okay, don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Right. Okay. Let's talk to Donny. Let's see if she's. Donny believes the Admiralty is doing Hesh's work, and maybe someone should tell the cult that. Cult is the dominant religion in Havaria, and have adherents. Okay. Okay, so they're a military force. Fine. Uniform itches. This uniform itches like you wouldn't believe. Oh, you can pay Donny to look the other way. So that's if we want to fight with this guy.
Yeah, so that's probably what you'd want. Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, Ton does pretty well for himself, but on a day-to-day, though, he usually comes up short. Okay, so we could try and convince him, but it won't. He'll only do that for friends. I can't click on that.
Yeah. Okay.
How to Gaft. So I mean, he wasn't going to join in anyway, but
No. Well, or was how much do we know that's that pay that will help you in any so you can pay to get help.
Yeah. So someone's name, family dedicated to her to the cult at a young age, but she's taken to it better than most.
These names kind of giving you a Welsh vibe.
Frenowins. Yeah, a little bit maybe. Okay, so you can buy a bunch of help, or you can pay people off. Is basically what. Yeah. I mean, this guy's not that tough as far as I'm concerned, but maybe 2 would be too much. So like maybe I'd pay Donny to stay out of it. We haven't talked to the proprietor. That's probably someone.
Yeah.
Rux has never met a paying customer he didn't have patience for. He nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, it's a start. So we can pay him to help us. We can gain some spicy noodles. Some zesty noodles. Or some hearty noodles. So we can buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. But we are still ultimately back to this.
Fighting. Like, because... Yeah.
We don't have the money. We basically can propose or fight.
So it's a question of whether or not you want to betray Koth. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't think that's cool, man. I'm gonna go.
You've been hired to do a job. You know what happens if like if word gets out.
Oh yeah, right. So Donny's not gonna help this guy.
But now with that other guy.
Sorry, Rito, but someone's going to have to explain the mistake to the client. The sustaining bit to keep you and Koth alive, at least until the next script. Wait, but... Pull out your weapons and Rito for island.
This feels like a little bit disproportionate.
It's alright, we're just roughing him up. I don't think we're going to kill him.
Yeah, okay. But you both got swords.
Yeah, but, there's swords and there's swords, isn't there, really?
You've got 2... like knives.
2 knives, yes. They're not even swords.
Dirk.
Yeah, it's gonna wound him. Like it's not like, but there's a difference. All right, that's just don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. Right, so again, first time he takes damage, he turns gains 2 defense. He's got that boon.
It's like Batman, Batman doesn't kill anyone, but everyone
falls over. Yeah.
Is in a hospital for the rest of their life,
At the end of Ragoon's turn, apply 3 defense to all allies. Okay, I'm quite glad we didn't have any extra allies here. Formation is removed when health is lost and regained at the end of... Oh, interesting.
The bar has cleared out.
Yeah, that's true. So we're only taking 2 damage, but, it's still 2 damage. So take a roll on a sneak attack, but... I'm more interested in getting some bleeds up. So we're going to apply some bleeds. And then I am going to... Not that one, Dave. I am going to feint to add some defense. Oh no, I've got 4 defense. Did I get 4 defense, Sean?
How did you get 4 defense?
I don't know.
Is that your graft?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, whenever you break defense with an attack, apply 2 bleed and gain 4 defense. Quite right. So we've got quite a few bleeds on here now. I don't have to defend, so let's go stabby. I could have salved there, but I'm okay not doing that for the moment. I've been disemboweled. When you receive defense...
It doesn't sound like roughing up. This is like...
Yeah, you're right. It's very stabby. Okay, I think we basically just do a bunch of damage this turn and make him panic.
And panic, that's more like roughing up, right?
Yeah, like he will panic and like...
Theoretically.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a chance. Okay, so yeah, we get this choice. See?
Yeah.
And
we're not, like, we're in a bar. This is definitely against the code.
Sean's code of "can anyone spot me" suggests we don't kill this person.
Yeah.
Okay, so we restore resolve. We're up to full resolve. Nice. And then let's see if there are any combo generators. Okay, that's interesting. That's like a multi-purpose deal damage and gain some defense. Playable. If it's discarded. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
It doesn't seem like a very good card, but that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, they can be lots of fun. Those kinds of like. So I said earlier, didn't we, about that card that discards your hand and then draw 5 cards. Well, if you've got this alongside that, that's a nice combo and it helps with like. There's often discarding card mechanics, isn't it? That's nice to. Gain 2 defense, discard this card, gain 2 defense and 2 counter. Counter is deal 1 damage back to the enemy when hit. Oh, okay. Like a little mini shield. I mean, they're fine. Like, obviously I don't want spare blades.
Yeah.
It's like a good card because it's high damage. Well, it's not high at the top, but it's quite high at the bottom, and you gain the benefit of defense. But I'm actually just going to take the money. Please don't kill me. I made a mistake, that's all. I'm not going to kill you, but the client might have. Now, at least I can say you've learned your lesson. Okay. Don't screw up again. Can't afford the consequences. You leave Rito to contemplate his fate.
That's messed up, like...
I have to explain the situation to Vis. I don't know who Vis is. I'm assuming it's the client.
Like... The idea that, hey, I beat you up so that you wouldn't get killed, feels like, I don't know.
It's a bit of an odd one. Yeah, I'm beyond that. So we have to explain this to Vis.
Can't remember Rito, the other person telling you who this was, but
no, or could no, it would be Koff saying who our client was.
Yeah.
So there's a worker. Right, okay. The life expectancy of the average labourer in Havaria isn't long, and Vis looks twice that old. Didn't think my day would involve a grifter dealing. So I don't know why. I'm assuming he's the client. You Vis, Koff hired me to look into your missing goods. There we go.
Yeah.
Turns out Rito cheated you and Koff both, so I dealt with it. Dealt with how? He's dead. He's alive, barely, but nobody will try and cheat you or Koff again, believe me. Okay, so we have to negotiate.
So this is... Right, so now you are actually trying to convince him not to kill.
Yes. Well,
Koff, this is the guy that decided you, not... Yeah, okay.
It could be both. I want to stress that this really isn't Koff's fault. You're not planning any retribution, are you? Wouldn't you in my position? How do I know Koff wasn't trying to cheat me too? Okay, so we're trying to be the good guys here. Okay.
Do you feel that this is... Does this feel different? This negotiation thing? Like... How different does it feel in terms of a different deck, or does it feel different into like the mechanics of the encounter?
I mean, it's not hugely different, but There's something about just changing a bunch of things names that is making me have to like think, okay, so what is influence? What isn't it? Dominance, you know.
I think it might get more interesting when you have more than one argument.
Oh, yes.
Is that if that is the thing that happens?
It feels like that's an opportunity. Like, why would you have this circle if that wasn't the case, right?
Yeah.
Doubling the composure on all arguments. So, okay, so this is... So, I'm gonna... This just doesn't seem that great right now. Problem.
What's that?
Like, the doubling the composure.
Yeah.
In fact, this just gives me 4 composure, which is enough to deal with what's coming. This is, I think... Oh, yeah. Damage to this. Okay,
So what's that influence? Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we've defended 4, which is fine, and we've kind of got this for 2 turns.
Do you think you could make this?
Okay, now he's attacking this. So we do have another argument. Here.
Right. Okay. So he or your that's an argument. Okay, and that's influence. Right. Okay. So is that the equivalent of how different is that to having like 2v2?
Well, I suppose it's like summoning a pet, right? Like, so this has 2 health, and he's choosing to damage this instead of you. Yeah. So, okay, I didn't realize I could maybe attack this. Diplomacy card's still minus 1 damage with a maximum 1 damage. Okay, so that's a hostility card. Gain 2 vulnerability. Okay. But like, this would be fine, like, because I'm not worried about this argument being lost. Although, like, it is good, I guess. Is it good? Like, what's in my draw deck? It's just this guy. And then, yeah. So I do have... It's helping my fast talks do maximum damage, is all this thing's doing. So it's whether or not it's worth defending that.
Yeah.
Might be. I could just try and burst him down. Into vulnerability. Because he's not attacking my main resolve, so...
Yeah, like, so it's like he's concentrating on something that's not relevant. Or...
and diplomacy, that isn't relevant. So yeah, let's try this, right? Because I've got a level playing field. Alright, so it's debuffing me here, so it's definitely taking that down, and then we're just going to threaten his face.
Have you got another argument? Have you now got like 3 arguments?
Well, this is like... No, this is a vulnerability, so it's like a debuff. So okay. He doesn't have to attack. It doesn't have a... So if you see under the this argument, it's got a purple 2, which is... It's like health.
Yeah.
Whereas this doesn't. It's just there for... There's just 2 stacks there. Oh, okay. All right. So I didn't realize that, but the damage spreads, not spreads, splashes from one argument to the next. Okay. So that's worth bearing in mind. Okay. We've got a lot of defensive cards here. Bit of a shame. And he's doing... Well, it's not... I guess it's not a shame in the sense he's doing lots of damage, but I wanted to finish this argument.
I wonder if there's a way of linking this system with like an actual narrative, like an actual like those sentences that she says, like.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of doing something like this, but with a like a system like 80 days kind of thing.
Okay. I should probably thought more about this. Oh well. Oh, because of something here. Okay.
Do you still play Slay the Spire?
I haven't played it in a while because I got to the point where I'd done all the okay. Sorry. Just I missed giving him that.
There's a mystery one that you don't know. Look, is that?
Yes, maybe that's why then.
Oh no, I don't think it is. That was deploying an argument against you.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure he's dead this time.
Not dead. He's convinced.
Sorry. Yes, quite right. We have convinced him with our fast talking. Okay, pick up a negotiation card. Okay, attack a random enemy, argument, evoke, and place a card for free from whenever.
It's asking quite a lot for you to be building 2 decks. It's good. Like, yeah. I'm not that's quite a bit to then, like you said, like trying to get your head in. Oh, now I got to think about instead of defend, it's this thing, and it's more than just that. I think there is quite a lot of subtle difference between these two.
Yes,
basically, like 2 deck building games in this game, right? That's
yeah, it is. Yeah, I guess. Yes, that is an added complication, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, the systems aren't that similar. Like, I guess the fight is just like your basic deck builder is quite clear. Like, there's not a huge amount to get your head around, but the negotiations have got, like, maybe it's not that different, and it's just because of the way it's visualized. You know, the arguments, the floating, the fact that they're part of the same kind of thing. That, I guess, really you'd say they're no different than multi-fight, encounters. But I suppose it's like, there
probably is more to it when you get further in, right?
Yeah, I think that's entirely fair to say, and will be the case. Seems like it's likely to be the case for a game like this. Coffer's trying to set up an honest, reputable, a long and profitable venture here. He just got as cheated as you did by Rita. That's true, and he hired you to make it right. All right, I won't bring in the hammer down. Served up enough retribution for my taste. Exactly. Glad we could come to an agreement.
The art in this game is so good.
It is really, really good. The Koff likes us. We get 60, and we get to remove a negotiation card or a battle card.
The other thing I noticed about this and so many games, and like I feel like compared to our games, the UI is so small.
True. Yeah.
We make font quite big, don't we? And like, I'm not saying that we're wrong or anything. It's just, it's interesting because I find this, I like it. Like, I like the fact it's clearly for a PC. Like, this is a PC game, right?
Yes.
Like, this is made for sat at a PC.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine having this on Switch and being quite happy on my TV, but maybe on the portable, it being a bigger problem.
TV, even?
Wow.
For the distance.
So. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think so.
Is this even on consoles?
I don't know. I haven't checked. I don't know. Yeah.
What's it called?
Griftlands. You wouldn't want Brill's job. Neither does Brill. Out in the chill of night. Best cover your neck. What was I going to say? Oh, you asked about Slay the Spire. I was playing Slay the Spire until I had only 2 achievements to do on the Switch, and those achievements were just so ridiculous I just couldn't face doing them. Yeah. And then I stopped playing Slay the Spire.
This is only a PC and Linux.
Okay.
So that would explain why they could make those decisions, right? To have.
Okay, we've got some fish. We can got a limited time healing spring. I might do the healing spring, and then we'll see how we feel about stream length.
Yeah.
You find a fissure in the ground, fuming with toxic vapors. On the far side, it sounds great. We love toxic vapors. On the far side, you spot a rare. Sorry, go on.
I bet you could kill someone here without anyone seeing.
You and your murder holes. You are relentless. On the far side, you spot a rare healing wart, grown fat with broad leaves under lumens.
None of these words make me want to step inside this thing. Just saying.
Oh yeah, nothing quite like a wart to get you interested, huh? So lumen is a biofuel harvested from the ocean floor, monopolized by the cult of Hesh, and harvested by indentured labor. Okay, so we can heal 10 by picking a small leaf to chew. Pick one of the weird fruits to eat, but we... Okay, so we get a debuff for our deck.
Nice.
Eat until you can't eat anymore. Max HP, but take 15 damage. Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Interesting. That's a Faustian choice. I do like that. I'm sure this is the kind of thing that looks bad initially, but it probably ends up being the right call at various times. Removed upon sleep, actually. That may be the right call, but we don't really get the maximum effect. I'm just going to take the cheeky 10.
Yeah.
You pick one of the leaves and nibble on it. It doesn't taste right, but you feel stronger all the same. Plant shudders as if hurt by the harvest. To your amazement, it pulls up its roots and slithers away into the bush.
Jeez.
You hope it was just a hallucination. Nice. That's a nice touch.
Like, just don't go picking leaves off plants and trying them. Isn't it like that?
Yeah, I mean, yes, fair. But when you have a kind of inkling, a spidey sense, you might say that it's going to do you some good.
What if it's next to a wart?
Yeah, or a game tells you that it's going to heal you for 10 damage. Do you notice the map screen, Sean?
It's night.
It's nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're probably gonna call it there. This is Griftlands. Lovely looking game. If you're into your card deck builders, with some nice tweaks of kind of, I'm sure the narrative's evolving and will evolve into bigger, broader sweeps than just kind of running around doing jobs for people.
Well, yeah, and like the actual gameplay seems like, obviously, I love deck building games. I don't play many on PC. Like I guess like I play more like actual physical, but even then I don't know. I guess for me to just say I love deck building games, I don't really play many.
Okay.
But I do when I really enjoy them.
I would say it's actually a genre of games that Kath and I play probably the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, all physical. Like I got really deep into Slay the Spire. I obviously play Hearthstone. So I am into card games, and with deck builders. Like the single player Hearthstone experiences are good, and then Slay the Spire's great, and then this seems like it would be something that I would very much enjoy, to the point where, especially because it's it's only on Steam, it's not on Switch, I might be tempted to crack out my old Steam Link and play it on the TV, just to mix it up, get off the desk. But yeah, it's beautiful. If you're into this kind of game, I think it's perfect for that kind of deck building experience that's a bit different. I know quite a few games out there right now that are like this, and I even saw some thread somewhere talking about like Slay the Spire knockoffs are coming out at a rate of it's like you don't want
a
day.
Like I feel like mentioning deck build cards roguelike feels like you're kind of like that's the new pixel platformer,
Yes.
isn't it?
It does.
Unfortunately, and well, not unfortunately. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Like when's the genre kind of saturated and I don't know. But
Yeah,
maybe it's more
question.
that like actually people who really like these genres will still keep buying those things.
Yes.
It's the kind of more mainstream audience who aren't really into those games will see it as like you said, like people saying, "Oh, there's Slay the Spire clones."
Easy for you
Whereas
to say.
people who are really into it are like, "Well, no, this is different because of this very niche little thing." You know, like, and yeah.
I mean, I think like so. One thing, I'm sure, Slay the Spire obviously done amazingly well, has tons and tons of fans. But one thing you could say about it is visually, it's not that exciting. There's not a lot going on there. So this obviously Griftlands takes that side of gaming, of the the beautiful visual approach and the lovely aesthetic, and says we can crank that up a little bit more and do some nicer things on the screen.
It also feels like you're playing an RPG.
Yes. Yeah. It is. It's an interesting blend between that. It's funny that now I don't know if it was in things like the short description or the press kit description and things like that I looked at before picking it up for streaming. But that wasn't like a very big genre push that I saw. Like it was that deck building, it was the roguelite. Less so on the RPG. So I'm kind of intrigued by that in terms, because we talk a lot about tags and stuff and how you categorize games.
Because I was going to get to the point of like saying, like, with making a home, like, is like this the roguelike is almost starting to get to the point where it's a bad thing. Like the kind of
a word that doesn't mean anything anymore.
Well, and then also that it immediately turns people off, or a subset of people.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like what we've done, and probably what a lot of games have done, is kind of take those mechanics, the reasons why roguelikes are popular and the interesting things about them, and done something with it. Whereas it's not like, because in some ways, like, is our game a rogue? Like, like we're kind of in that ballpark, aren't we?
Yeah.
But it's not really, and I wouldn't want to say it was, but it kind of is. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, but, I mean, if it's really just a game that loops before it finishes, like, is that like one of your core definitions for any roguelike or light games?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of games do.
If you're really into it, would be like no, like, absolutely not, and they'd get very angry at you for suggesting that it is, and that's why we wouldn't tag the game roguelike. But that idea of looping around is a really nice, like, it makes sense for the game we're making in a bunch of ways, because it's a game about unlocking things, and like, we want to give you different what I think roguelikes do, like, I'm thinking out loud, sorry, but like, is that roguelikes kind of, they force you to change the way you play when you restart the game, or like when you do a new run, and then based on what you've got available. I'd be interested to see how this works. Like, I know that you get different characters and you have different decks. Like Slay the Spire, right? So that kind of style of doing it.
Well, and also, I mean, if I go back to the menu here, I can abandon this run. It is interesting. It feels like, I know I've only been playing for about an hour and a half. It does feel like, wow, abandoning this run? Like, why would I do that right now?
Yeah, it feels like, it doesn't feel like a roguelike at all. It feels like you're playing a story, and
I just wanted to see, like, so I can continue, that's fine, but if I go to play, I get, like, so these guys aren't unlocked. This game mode isn't unlocked, so we've got, like, start a new run. So it's these things that I wanted to just, outfits, okay, that might be just, purely cosmetic, but, prestige, card sets, there's obviously, like, quite a lot going on here, but the battle deck hasn't changed. Okay. negotiation deck is still the same. So that side of things hasn't changed by starting a new run. But like when I've, continued these existing runs and completed it and unlocked some things, then presumably these are what will change it quite drastically.
It's incredible to me. Like this, I hopefully this doesn't come across the wrong way, but like the amount of stuff in this game, that there is an audience out there that will play this game this much.
Oh yeah, forget about it.
How much like that a game like this can have as much content as like a AAA game.
Oh yeah, but yes, I think the thing is, like, for me it's twofold. One is that card games demand a degree of, like, once you've developed a system enough to have enough cards and be interesting, which granted a lot of these cards that we saw today kind of do very similar effects to a lot of different card games. Like I there wasn't anything here that I thought, wow, I've never seen that done in a card game.
Yeah.
From the actual card effects. Once you have a pool big enough, then the replayability obviously like just grows and grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
But also, I suppose that roguelite element that things like Slay the Spire and Griftlands gives you is, that illusion that every experience is going to be slightly different. It's going to be different enough to keep people coming back to it again and again and again and again. And some game genres are more naturally leaning towards that, and some game genres obviously lean completely the other way. Like, one game I thought about bringing tonight was Return to Obra Dinn, which I picked up in the Steam sale. But that's like, once you played it once, there's not much replayability, and I thought that would be maybe ruining it for quite a few people who are watching.
It's a bit like Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
It's now Steam sale. I talked about that a bunch. Like, my favorite game of all time. Like, I like not like.
Sure.
So good, so good. But you
don't want to stream it because it would.
No. Interestingly, that one I think is kind of okay. Like, there's so much. I mean, but you couldn't share the experience. Like I can't, like, I mean, it's one of those things I cannot explain to you why that was such a profound thing to play that game, and how I still think about it. And if I hear the music, like, I've not watched a film, read a book, done anything that's affected me as much as that game. Like, I highly recommend everyone plays it. It is a start to finish, not start to finish, but it's a non-lit, like, it's not, it is, and weirdly, it's a time looping game. It kind of is a roguelike. In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, you loop around and you learn. But they do really interesting. It's really interesting. There's so many games like this time looping thing, this looping thing. Is such an interesting concept, and like, like Cycle 28, we did it kind of, didn't we? Like that. I remember we thinking, well, what if, like, you trying to get this high score all the time isn't actually, what if the joke is it's not restarting, it's like this person's experiencing it this whole time. And also games like what's that game, the Kojima game that there was a demo for it. It's like a horror game, you walk down a corridor.
Oh yes, I remember. I can't remember the name, but I know what you mean.
That one, like, so even those genres which you wouldn't think necessarily lend themselves to it, like that kind of story thing, people are still finding ways of adding that time looping.
Yes.
And that's the thing I'd be really interested to see with Griftlands. What's the story like each time? Yeah.
How much does that change? Definitely. Well, maybe we'll bring it back to stream at some point. We'll see, and maybe I'll play it a bunch and see if it's worth bringing back as a kind of look at this is how different it is once you've unlocked this, that, and the other, and that stuff.
Cool.
So this has been a Let's Play first look at Griftlands. Where can people find out about us, Sean?
They can head over to pillbog.zone. And we're working on a game called Making It Home, and you should totally wishlist it. It's coming out in August.
Coming out in August for early access, just like Griftlands. And you can see here they've got some good early access stuff going on here about updates and the roadmap and all that kind of stuff. So certainly good best practice to be thinking about from Griftlands in terms of early access for what we're doing. As Sean said, pillbug.zone for all your pillbug needs. And we will see everybody next week. Yeah, you like that, do you?
Yeah, we should get that domain.
Pillbug.net. Cool. Cheers, Sean.
Bye.
Bye.